it's Devin with Canvas and Chamomile, and today we're going to be doing some needle punching. So this week is one of my best friend's birthday. She's turning 20, and I wanted to make her a nice handmade gift. I love handmade gifts. They're my favorite to receive. And also, it's a good excuse for me to do a little more needle punching because I'm a little obsessed right now. My friend is going to be moving out in a few months, and she's going to be taking her emotional support cat with her. And I just thought that it would be really nice to have something that she could hang on her wall when she moves out, and also to highlight her pet. This is him. His name is Goob. He is her emotional support cat, and she loves him to pieces. So what better gift than something she already loves, right? So I'm gonna be making a wall hang. I'm still new to hole punching. I've only made a few pieces in the past. Here's a few examples of the ones that I've made. And I think I'm getting the hang of it now. It's really fun now that I know what I'm doing. So let's do it. I'm actually not at my house right now. I'm at a vacation condo for a little bit of a work retreat. And so I brought my yarn with me in this trash bag. I don't travel very lightly if I'm bringing my hobbies. So one thing that's pretty important with needle punching, if you're new to it, is a frame that you need to have when you use it. A lot of times you can use embroidery hoops, things like that, and I have used those in the past. But I wanted to make something bigger than the hoops that were at my store. So I actually made this myself. It's really just the back of a stretch canvas, and I took the canvas off of it. I'll probably make a short for how I made it. But I take this and then I staple the monk's cloth, which is the cloth that we use, onto the frame, and it works. Because a lot of the ones that you'll see online that are big, like this one, are pretty expensive, and I wasn't willing to spend that money, so I just made it myself. And it works just as well. Her favorite color is orange, so I brought lots of orange to do a background. And her cat is black, like you saw in the picture. But because I wanted to do a black outline so that you can see the features of him, I'm going to be using this dark blue for his actual body. It should work out the same. It should, if it's working the way I intend it. So cross our fingers. So one thing I've also learned, like as I said, I'm pretty new to this, so I'm learning as I go. But another thing that's pretty important is to stretch your monk's cloth when you are attaching it to your frame. Otherwise, if you leave it loose like this, it's not enough tension for your needle, and it'll just be a whole mess. So you want to make sure that there's a lot of tension and that you're stretching it really tight when you're stapling or attaching your frame. Regular stapler, we just open it, and I've just been pressing down where I want it to be on the frame and making a staple. And then I do that all around until it's tight and stretched like a stretch canvas. It's all stapled, and I'm just gonna trim off this excess so it doesn't get in the way. My stapler just jammed, but this is basically what we're working with. And as time goes on, sometimes the middle will get a little bit loose, so I like to put some staples back on the edge to retighten it as we go along. I made a mock-up of what I want this to look like, and I meant to transfer it with my projector onto this before I left on my trip, but that didn't happen. But here's basically the idea that we're going for. Yeah. But I did leave the lighter blue at home, so we might have to make him solid, dark blue. However, I might save it until we get back. Who knows? If you hear something in the background, that is Gilmore Girls, because I can't do crafts without watching Gilmore Girls. So now I'm going to try my best to transfer this onto here without making it look terrible. We're going to try. Okay, It is finished. It's very faint. Something about this marker is it's very faint, but that's what we're working with. And when I do punch needle it, it will come on this side as reversed. So if you're doing something that is like writing or something, make sure it's reversed. Get it? Now the fun part, I'm gonna start. All right, I've got my needle all ready, and I'm gonna start with an outline in black, and then I'll go in with the rest of the colors afterwards. So little updates, still working on the outline, but it's looking pretty good. This is how it looks on one side, and then on the other, it's more shaggy and there's more length. I've seen some punch needle artists just keep it as is, but me personally, once I finish all of the color, I like to go in with a rug trimmer and trim it all down because I feel like it gives it a cleaner look, because some of the pieces are like longer than others. I don't necessarily like that, but I'm just gonna keep going. It's looking pretty good. So I just finished all of the punch needling last night. Here's what it looks like. It turned out cuter than I thought, actually. But of course I haven't seen the final product yet because I'm still going to shave all of this down so that we can really see all of the contrasting colors and the lines really nicely rather than kind of messy. So I'm going to seal it, but before I do that, I'm gonna cut some of these strings on the back so they don't get in the way while I'm sealing it. And now all those strings are gone, so it's going to be easier for me to seal it. So I'm going to use Robert's 6700 sealer. Carpet adhesive. There we go. I've never used this before. In the past, I've only sealed a few things, but in the past I've just used gesso because that's what I had. But this is what people actually use, so we're gonna give it a try. I have this little spatula that I use for painting. I don't have any other like tools for this, so I just thought maybe this would work. Why am I nervous? I shouldn't be nervous. Okay. Woo. It goes on so much nicer than gesso, which makes sense because gesso is not made for it is not made for rugs or yarn or anything like that. It's so smooth. Okay, I like this stuff. 10 out of 10. So I'm just gonna make sure that the whole surface has a nice layer on it, and I'm gonna go all the way out to the edges. And the idea behind this is that the back is sealed so that when I go to shave it, the little yarn pieces can't just fall off because they're attached to the back. Okay, we have a nice layer covering the whole thing. Now I'm just gonna let it dry, and then I can start to shave it down and cut it off of the frame. So the carpet adhesive ended up taking a super long time to dry. It took at least a week, and I kept checking up on it and it was still too wet. But this is after a while, and now I'm gluing down the excess pieces just to the back with some hot glue, so that they're not going to get in the way, and it kind of gives it a cleaner finish with them taped to the back or glued to the back. So now we've reached my absolute favorite step in the process, and that is shaving down the cuttings. And it's just so fun and satisfying to watch. I have this carpet trimmer that I use, and I mean, just look how satisfying that is. Oh, I love it. And I am so happy with how this piece turned out. I know I forgot to film a few steps, but she ended up loving it, and I'm so happy with how it looks. I'm currently working on another YouTube video of another pet portrait I made with needle punching. So come back for that, check that out, and I hope to see you in the next video.